What it do, man? It's your boy Young Block from around the way. I'm just hitting you up with a checkup, and I'm gonna get on some stuff to try to make you think, especially for y'all people who say y'all woke. First, I wanna say all praise to Yahweh. You already know through the love and blood and the power of the shed blood of Yahshua Hamashiach, also known as Emmanuel. So, one thing I want to start off by talking about is these people. They be saying they woke. We in the matrix, man. We was born enslaved to a system that's been handed down to us through generations, and it's been tight knit and structured by some high elite people. Okay, so now all these people talking about I'm from Africa. The people of Africa are the original people. Which, I mean, that's true. But did you know that Africa was named after a white man, Africanus? And how about back in the day, people like, where's these places in the Bible? They ain't no historic markings of them. Well, it used to be Pangea. The whole landmass used to be Pangea. And then the continental drift happened allegedly, but we don't really know how it went down. We can never find out how it really went down. We just gotta have faith and keep seeking. Because we know ain't nothing happened the way they told us it happened. And they don't know. They say the earth has been around for billions of years. Well, they have no evidence of that because back then, billions of years ago, they wasn't documenting stuff. There's little to no evidence to support them claims. So all these people talking about, oh, we from this place and that place, and this was what happened when it was original. But they leave out that part. They must have skipped that part, about the Pangea and what was going on. And then in the book of Enoch will tell you about them fallen angels and them Anunnaki and stuff. And that's what them elite tier people got going on. That's the knowledge they got was from the fallen angels. Then you read in Ecclesiastes, there ain't nothing new under the sun, right? And then they like, well, dang, how these mugs build these pyramids in Egypt, the Pyramid of Giza and the Sphinx and all that, and how they have this advanced technology. Well, that was knowledge from them fallen angels when the sons of God went unto the daughters of men and took them wives, and they born men, and they became mighty and great and corrupted the earth, man. And if you read the book of Enoch, then it basically tell you that the punishment of these fallen angels and the things that they taught men that corrupted it. And that these secret societies, y'all think all this technology and stuff is cool. Well, it's nothing new under the sun. They getting this knowledge from the fallen angels. And you can look and see these videos where it said the Pentagon was using medium and psychics to predict the elections and who should be elected. And y'all don't understand that the polls, what is a poll? That's the first question you need to ask. And when you cast your vote, what are you necessarily doing? Really not nothing. It's just an illusion to make you feel like you got a choice out here. Because at the end of the day, them must go to electoral colleges and go through electoral procedures. They already know who gonna get it before you do anyway. All the stuff that they taught is a lie. It's all been a lie. Like in school, that the purpose of a public school, you notice you gotta forcefully go to school, or your parents will get in trouble, or you'll get locked up and put in detention and all that. Okay, they just sent us there to brainwash us and to let us not develop our own imagination and own way of thinking because they want us thinking like slaves. So what's Jack and Jill going up the hill fetching a pail of water and all these nursery rhymes and riddles, which a lot of them messed up. Ring around a rosy, pocket full of posies, ashes, ashes, we all fall down. Rockabye baby on a treetop. When the tree blows, the cradle will rock. And at the end, the baby falls out and all that. You know, that's some foul stuff to be telling. Then twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Up above the world so high, like a diamond in the sky. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Why would they wonder what it was if they already knew it was a star? It's a star, Stargate, Star Trek, you know. Is that what they trying to say? There's stuff in these stars they don't understand. And then Rihanna shine bright like a diamond. See, this like some brainwashed cult type stuff they had us in. Give us a certain way to think. The Hebrew language in the original language was written and read from right to left. So they switched the process of our brain, our original pattern. They cross-threaded it. Or rather just switched it. Putting imaginations and ideas. They teach you about firefighters and cops in these general base capacities. What would you like to be? Would you like to be? And they give you a choice of them. And most people, they get a choice or whatever, but they ain't say who would like to open a company, who would like to be a boss, because they want you to have a worker's mentality so you can keep spinning the wheel and making them rich. And like I said, I know this is kind of bouncing around here and there, but it's among the same line. I'm just trying to get you to think and realize we in a messed up predicament. And the world coming to an end, man. My homeboy uploaded a video the other day when he went to Orlando, Florida, and they had a whole cashless store. They don't take no money. They talking about they got a coin shortage. How are you short of coins and you're the ones producing the coins? The money is fiat currency. It's basically nothing meaningless paper. And people will kill for it, steal for it, and all that. Sure, you can get things with it, but if you sit and just think, dang, I murk somebody, I run up in somebody's spot for a cloth. You could put that in some acetone and ether and stuff, eat the ink off, and then all you left with is a cloth. And we destroy our conscious and soul behind this cloth. Not me. Not me. And I hope y'all don't fall for it either. I hope y'all sit and think. You know the credit card was made for? To track your spending habits so they can sell that data to a third party person and basically work on our flaws, work on our cravings and spending habits. And have you ever noticed when you might go into the store and get something, and you might even be thinking about something. It's a lot of times I just been thinking about something in the store and I don't get it, and when I leave, then I'm getting ads and notifications for all this stuff, man. It's crazy out here, man, in Babylon. And then you see the Black Lives Matter leader, Patrice Cullors. She said that they are a Marxist organization. They're basically like a socialist communist regime, and that's dangerous, man. I can't get behind that. I can't get behind that. I'm Red Nation to the end, man, Republican. But I'm open minded. See what I do, because I'm a Libra. So I got to keep my scales balanced. So I look at both sides of what each people is saying, and I draw the conclusion of my own. And it's usually that the Republicans is more moral. And I don't really get into politics and stuff, because that's against my belief. That's a Babylonian thing, but it does impact my life in some way, because it impacts society as a whole. And I don't believe, I'm pro-life. I don't believe in abortion. I believe if you have an abortion, then you should have had more self-control and wore a condom or whatever. Not just letting everybody bust up in you, or your man's bust up in you and then get you pregnant and then you don't want it. Well, if you didn't want it, you should have took the measures to prevent it. And they say, oh, what if somebody got raped and had an abortion? They deserve to have an abortion. Well, that's lesser than 1%, according to the statistic that I looked. That's a very small percent, and I can understand that. I think they should put it up for adoption. But I understand if you, I can't speak on that because I'm not the woman. But I would respect her in that stance if she decided to kill the baby, because that's basically all they doing is kill the baby. And the ones who didn't want the baby, why don't you have adoption? Have it put up for adoption. You want to commit murder because of your lack of self-control. You need more self-control. And that's what all this social media and stuff does, is try to make y'all impulsive and narcissistic. And I'm not narcissistic. Nah, I'm not even remotely close. I have some narcissistic traits. But I say socialist because it was through life traumas that I was affected mentally and emotionally. But I've overcome all my negative past behaviors, but I still fight with some things on a day-to-day basis. And I just pray Yahweh, Abba Yahweh the Most High, can take that up off of me. He's slowly refining me. That's what I feel. That's my belief. And you're entitled to yours, but it's gonna come a time in the divide. I ain't got no beef with y'all. I ain't got no problems with nobody else. Well, some of them I do, some of them I do, but we ain't gonna get into that. I'm just trying to make you think right now. The Bilderberg Group, the New World Order. And if you look in the Bible, it seems to be, look up 2 Timothy chapter 3 and tell me if you don't see that word for word, step for step, what it's saying. In the last days, men shall be lovers of themselves, lovers of pleasure more than lovers of God, boasters, blasphemers, haughty, high-minded, traitors, haters of those, despisers of those that are good. On and on. Like, you just look at it. Truce breakers, fierce, incontinent, without natural affection. Hey, man, that's what you see going on, man. Real deep. Real deep. This technology and stuff ain't new. This is a program. America is a corporation. Look it up. Do your research. Your birth certificate and your social security card is a contract. Owned by the Vatican, traded on the New York stock market. Look into it. Look up what a straw man is. You're a natural citizen. You didn't agree and oblige or sign no paper stating that you was a part or agreed to this system. All it is a birth certificate is a manifestation of goods. Look up all that stuff, admiral law and maritime law. It'll blow your mind, man. It'll blow your mind. We've been enslaved, man. They shoot all these children up with these vaccines and stuff, and a lot of them are autistic. How come they didn't have autism 100 and something years ago? Because they wasn't taking all this junk, man. They wasn't shooting their children up with this trash. And then they have evidence to support the fact that it causes autism. And a lot of this stuff, man, comes back to get you later on in the year. Because if you listen to the over-the-counter medication and you listen to some of these commercials, oh man, if you or a loved one is living with yada yada yada, we take Claritix. It'll heal you, have you running fast, have your skin shining, your nose glowing. But it can cause heart attack, stroke, death, coma, low blood pressure, infection of the kidneys, yellow of the liver. No way, man. That's crazy, man. That's why would somebody want to take that? The effect or the affliction isn't that bad to where I would risk laryngitis, yellowing of the skin, and all this other stuff. Grow an extra toe, blurred vision, rapid heartbeat. We in some bad times. And we ain't seen nothing yet. Wait till after election day. I think after election day, it's gonna start getting illmatic. It's gonna start getting illmatic. We gotta get prepared, man. And then did you look at, see, Bill Gates about 2017 was talking about we need a global pandemic that'll require a global response to bring everybody together. Then in about 2018, the U.S. government took out like $1 billion in pandemic stocks and bonds. And why would that be unless they knew this was coming and it's all planned? And as soon as Jeffrey Epstein and these princes and all that start getting caught up in these sex trafficking scandals, and Ghislaine Maxwell get caught and locked up, you don't hear nothing about that no more. I ain't even heard it mentioned. I ain't heard Epstein and none of that mentioned, because all these people that's in these societies and stuff, they was getting exposed. All these dirty people, man, they were getting exposed, man. I mean, we ran by a mob, dog, like an occultic mob that's got a global plan and won't stop until they get it done. And it looks like they getting it in, man. And people, it's just over people's head. It just go over their head so quick, man. Like, they don't know about all these lodges in their town and stuff, and these town hall meetings and stuff. They don't have a clue. They on the TikTok. All this stuff is to distract you, bruh. Distract you from what, though? That's another thing you need to ask yourself. And did you know the person who invented television, Follow Farnsworth, he wouldn't have it. The person who invented television would not have it in his house, and would never let his children watch it. He never watched it one time because he knew what he made. And then he said, I'm not going on no intellectual diet, and neither are his children. And he was talking about how messed up the television is. Follow Farnsworth. They got psychological programs. They got scientists and stuff that set up top. Think tanks. They sit up top. And they learn how to use psychological tactics against you. They got target and advertisement now. Why didn't he want it in his house? Because he knew what it was. Nikola Tesla, 369, all these inventions, ray guns and stuff, man. They're implementing some of his technology, like Wi-Fi and half the stuff we wouldn't have if it wasn't for Tesla. And you know, the Ford Corporation wasn't made by Henry Ford. The car, the place wasn't made by Henry Ford. Car, it's made by a black man. Look it up. They took their patents. Yeah. It's deep, man. It's deep. Segregation and all that. We wasn't never segregated, like, as a human race. And that started when they came over here and started colonizing. Now they call these people illegal immigrants, right? And aliens and stuff. But Mexico, Arizona, Texas, California, a lot of places had belonged to the Spanish and my ancestors and the natives. The sovereign people to the land, and a lot of my people integrated with the Spanish people, the Native Americans of that time, the indigenous people. My ancestors, they was integrating with some of the Spanish. We all really come from the same tree. But I think that most of the Caucasian and European people are from the tribe of Cain, the descendants of Cain. Because everybody in the globe is majority of a color. And then you got a small percentage on the world scale, because European and Caucasus people are the minority on a global scale. We have more colors than the numbers of the seeds of the grains of sand of the earth of a beach. We're innumerable. And then every once in a while you'll see little flakes and grains of light white colored sand, and the rest of it's brown. And and not saying that all white people are devils and all European and Caucasian people are devils, because at the end of the day, Cain and Abel, they was brothers, and I believe their name was something else, and they know the true geography, but they just whitewashed and watered down the original text, so we couldn't really get too powerful to overthrow the elite with it. But they give us little hints and riddles, bits and pieces, so to speak. So how could they be illegal? And go back to Africa where y'all come from. Y'all the ones who bought us over here, and I say us, I mean we right here didn't go through it, but the DNA and the genetics and the information of our ancestors is in our DNA. That information and effects is in our DNA and our being. It's a part of us, and it will continue to be as long when we continue to breathe and pass along our genes. But what sense does that make? Go back to where you come from. We don't want you here no way. Well, first of all, this ain't where you from, so you go back to where you come from and send us off with a nice little going, and we'll go back, cause y'all the ones kept us over here. So that's ignorant. But then people really thinking, oh, I'm voting for, they'll ride or die for Trump, they'll ride or die for Biden, kill, steal, and destroy for him. But they don't care about you black. Well, God forgive me, I hate using that black and white. But African, Native, whatever you are, European, Caucasian, if you're considered to be your everyday Joe, if you like from the hood or trailer park trash, then they all look down on us because it's upper class, middle class, and lower class in their definition. And just think about it now. These people got us twisted, man. It's no difference. We shouldn't be. It shouldn't be no daggone Nazis and all these people. Now I can understand with Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump with they KKK friends in the picture of them, and they probably in an elite station. The people that was in them suits are probably some lawyer or some high big tycoon. It's not some redneck down here in the trailer. They don't care nothing about you. We all facing the same struggle. If you went to the social place to get help, social service or whatever, well, you should try not to ever have to do that. But if it come down to it, which most people on that level deal with in some kind of, we fighting the same kind of fight. So why don't we unite and come together instead of being dumb? And y'all talking, oh, he's of this color. Because y'all ain't, if y'all did a DNA test, a lot of y'all Europeans and rednecks have some kind of blood. Y'all probably got black blood, African blood in you too. And if you don't believe me, go get the DNA test done. And if it comes back that you do, then that'll show you need to change the way you think. The world's coming down. We in the fourth quarter. I know y'all heard rap songs and seen videos on the internet where they was talking about the fourth quarter. Coach puts me in the game on fourth and inches. Oh, we Lil Bow Wow in the interview with Omarion. He was like, we in the fourth quarter. We gonna own the fourth quarter. If I'm telling you, better hop on this train now. Cause don't wait till it pop off and then try to hop up on the train. We rolling right now. I'm telling you. And they always talking about cracking a glass ceiling, which is a firmament. And now the scientists nowadays they know it's a creator. They don't know who or what it is, but they know it's a creator and that he's built like a block something to separate us from the supernatural. And that's what they doing with CERN, absorbing all this dark matter and antimatter. They're trying to figure out how the stuff God put there operates, and they're gonna try to pick it apart. They're trying to pick it apart because you know in the scriptures it tell you that they got demons and dark energies and spirits locked off and cast off in these holding places reserved at certain times, and then they'll be loose. Well, they trying to work towards it. And if you look up the Vatican Lucifer telescope, they're looking for something light years off coming from another planet. And they said something's coming towards us in the here. And they're trying to like observe it and see when it's gonna pop up. Why would a holy church as the Vatican and Rome and the Catholics call themselves have something called the telescope Lucifer? Okay, then you look, I think it's the Italians government, top tier government, has the Satan 2 missile. Then start piecing this stuff together. Why did they want to assassinate Dick Gregory? And he was a comedian. He was speaking truth, but he was a comedian. They have documents, declassified documents of them trying to attempt to assassinate Dick Gregory, but thank God he dodged it. Why did they kill Tupac, Malcolm X, Biggie, Martin Luther King? Why'd they kill Gaddafi? Even though might not agree with them all. Do you remember they was gonna before they killed old buddy? He was gonna kick the U.S. dollar to the curb and make people deal in oil with straight gold. And there ain't no gold in the U.S. And we trillions of dollars in debt to China. And you know what they're about to try to give China the dictatorship power of the New World Government. They'll